I hope everybody can hear us too. I hope everything's set up the right way. As a matter of fact, let me go. Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yep.
Hey guys. Oh, that must be us. That's funny. Hey Neil. Must you always steal the spotlight? Hey everyone.
What's happening?
How are you guys? Hi Beesh.
What's up, Kev?
Hey Kev. How you doing? Hi Noonie Boo.
How you doing, Kev?
Oh, yeah. We hope you guys are all having a good night. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Lay down somewhere.
Try to get some people to get up in here. Share it if you can, and like while you ahead of everybody.
Yes, yes. Make sure you like, subscribe if you're already not subscribed to the channel. Good official A student at Crafts. Oh, congrats! That's what's up. What are you? Because they have different focuses, right? Like you could be a producer and.
I wouldn't say it's one focus, but
audio engineer.
He's the official student.
Okay, so is there different focuses? Are you gonna be like an audio engineer, producer? What's your like major? Drop it, babe. Kai, we're trying to record. You want to play? But that is so exciting.
Yeah. Right. Come on, Pops. Not right now.
We'll play later, okay? Go lay down.
Audio engineer. Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
But it's not. I like it because it's a. I say it's a. It's like a top-notch audio engineer that you come out being after that, because you know how to do a lot of technical work.
That's what your friend was?
Yep.
Okay.
Mateo.
Yeah, Mateo.
Yep.
Okay. Nice. Well, now you'll be closer.
Right? You'd be right out here. He said he'd be out here all the time.
Oh. Well, now you'll live closer. But yes, facts. I'm looking forward to facts. Okay. All right.
Nah, I bet though that's exciting.
That is very exciting. Another chapter in your journey.
Yeah. Did you sorry y'all, fast fingers.
That's cool, Kel. We understand.
Let me see.
But yes. So as everybody starts to trickle in, make sure you like, subscribe if you haven't, and share with a friend and another friend.
And another.
Another one. Yeah, so we hope you guys are all doing good. Yeah, we have some things we're going to chat about tonight. So we're just waiting for a few more people to get in. There's someone else in here. Whoever else is in here, if you're logged in, can you type in the chat so we know who you are?
Please.
Kev, can you give us a like?
Oh, man.
We're not begging or anything, you know. Okay, so just make sure I sent it to all my people. I'm going to send it to Demi. Okay. Okay. Who is this? Oh, you. Okay. It looks nice and lush. But yeah, well, I'm trying to wait for more people to get in before we start talking. Well, we did do this kind of like a pop-up live.
Yeah.
So usually we give you guys a little more time to know we're going to go live so that you're prepared and ready. But yeah, today we just decided to do a pop-up live and just discuss a few things. There's a lot going on, as you all know. So yeah, we just want to, hey, whoever just joins, hello, hello.
Hola, hola.
Bienvenue.
Oh man.
Bonjour.
Come on, Pops.
Crazy. Stop it.
Yeah.
But okay. Well, people may trickle in, so we'll just get to chatting, and then when they join in, they can join into the conversation. What did you want to start with, Hun?
Shoot. Let's just start off with the new year.
Yes, Happy New Year,
Happy
everyone.
New Year to everybody.
Yeah, 2021. Last year, I swear, went by so quick.
Yeah.
Like, and we were talking, Saquon and I were talking about it and just reflecting on how much actually happened last year and didn't happen last year.
Yeah.
It's crazy. As you guys all know, we got married last year, which was amazing. Married life, has been wonderful. But then we were just thinking like all the trips we were supposed to take that we didn't.
Yeah, it kind of like put a real damper on the year. It put a damper on our travel year.
Yeah, because we had
all the fun trips that we had planned, all the family moments that we were supposed to have, just all kind of washed away because of COVID.
Yeah, but I will say it did save our pockets a little bit.
That's true.
I think for a lot of people, I mean, some people still traveled, and we traveled a little bit in the beginning of the year before things kind of got really out of hand. But for a lot of people, I feel like they saved so much money because restaurants closed and, you couldn't travel. So it's like a lot of people got to keep their money in their pocket this year.
That's true, they did.
So hopefully a lot more saving was happening. And then of course there's the whole pandemic last year. So there was just a lot, but I do think there's a lot of blessings as well. So any New Year resolutions?
New Year's resolution. One of my New Year's resolutions would be to be more consistent business-wise. I would like to make sure I stay consistent so that I could see results.
Okay, I agree. Consistency is huge.
Yeah.
And I think that is one of the major factors that separates those who are successful from those who are not. A lot of us have talents and great ideas. We're just not consistent with the follow through. So, like nothing really happens overnight, especially things that are going to have longevity. So if you're not consistent with it, then you're not going to be able to see your results.
Yeah.
So I agree. Consistency is also something that I would like to implement in this new year. Something else I would like to implement is more, I would say, like being more present, like just making sure to like be in the present moment. I feel like last year I did pretty good with it. But again, consistency. So I didn't kind of stick with it. So I would say like just being present is something big that I want to just focus on this year.
Yeah. I think another thing too is, I guess, that's, mental health. I want to get my physical health back to where it was a couple years ago. Because I feel like a couple years ago we were good. Like we were more consistent, I guess, back to consistency.
Yeah.
It was
that's like the underlying thread.
Yeah. Because we'll get on track and we'll be on track like really, really good. Like we'll catch the flow for months on end. Like probably could go 5-6 months.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's like we might go out of town, or at the time people was visiting.
If something kind of changes our routine, we have allowed it to throw off our typical routine. And then it's harder for us to jump back into it. Yeah. So maybe that's something, is kind of prioritizing what we have going on first and foremost.
Yeah, at all times.
At all times, no matter what's going on, if we have visitors, if we're going out of town, like we have a schedule that we have to maintain. So I think that would be huge. It's just kind of prioritizing that.
Yeah, because somebody who I seen do that was my Uncle Mark when we went to Puerto Rico.
What did he do?
You realize, like, I guess he was trying to work out and everything. So when everybody was waking up in the morning and we were at the pool, and
he went to the gym.
Yeah, he was never really there because he was making sure that he was going to the gym to, I guess, whether it was burn as many calories or hit his goals that he wanted to for the day before he would continue to have his fun.
Yeah. So and hi everyone who just joined us.
Hey,
Happy New
what's up?
Year.
Jump in the chat. Let us know who you are.
Yes, please do. And then also in the chat, if you guys can write down if you guys have any New Year resolutions.
Yeah.
And I know some people don't like New Year resolutions. However, like any goals for this year, anything that you have planned for this year, just write that in the chat below or to the side.
Please. And, I guess I could see why people don't like New Year's resolutions. Happy New Year's, Tanya.
Happy New Year.
Thank you for joining.
Yes. Thank you. Do you have any New Year resolutions?
But I could see why people don't like them.
Why?
But because it's just the thought of saying, oh, because it's the new year, I need to do better.
Right.
Like, I could understand that.
Okay.
Hey, mommy.
Hey, Mama J.
So I definitely understand that. But I mean, it's always good to have goals. And I mean, you should have goals and you should have deadlines. And you should have starting points and these milestones. You should have it all benchmarks. I think it's okay for New Year's to be a benchmark for some people.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because it's like you don't have to wait till January 1st to say, okay, this is when I'm going to implement a new plan. You can start it anytime throughout the year. Hey, Papa J.
Hey, what's up, Irvin?
Do you guys have any we're talking about New Year's and New Year resolutions. So if you have any, please write it in the chat. And if you guys can give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, I get it. I get it too. But I guess it's also good because it's like, if you think about a business, like there's 3 quarters every business year, and you have your year goal, your annual goal, and then you also have quarterly goals. So you can have a goal every 3 months. So, I mean, starting in January would be like a new quarter.
Yeah.
So, it just depends on how you think about it.
T-Man. 4 quarters.
T-Man. Oh, 4 quarters. Excuse me.
T-Man.
Who are you, T-Man?
But you don't have any goals, Tanya? Or are you one of those people that don't like New Year's resolutions? Oh, it's Navarro.
Hey, your name be changing. T. Yeah, who's T? Yes, 4 quarters. Thank you. But yeah, so 4 quarters. So every 3 months, you can have 3 months goals, 6 month goals, and then annual goals, monthly goals, daily goals. But yeah, I think it's always good to have a goal because, like they say, if you don't have a plan, what's the saying? You don't know where you're going.
I don't know. I don't know what the saying is, but it's true. If you don't have a plan, I mean, you're not really doing anything. You're just kind of shooting in the dark,
going through the motions.
Yeah, pretty much. Just spinning your wheels.
Yeah. So, Navarro, do you have any New Year resolutions?
Yeah, and what's up? Thanks for joining.
Yes, thank you. And hey, Cord, if you're watching.
Yep. What's up, Courtney? What's
and
up,
Cairo and Naraya.
Hola.
Mama J.
Health, happiness,
and a grandbaby. How is that your resolution, Mama J? No, I don't do that.
But
do you have any goals for the year? Doesn't have to be a New Year resolution.
You don't do that.
Any goals?
You don't do that.
I have goals for the year. Okay, you came in a little late. So I did say earlier, because I know some people don't do New Year resolutions. That's why I was talking about the quarters, which I messed up. But so if you have any goals for the year, anything you're looking forward to in 2021.
Yeah. So what are some of your goals?
Yeah.
Or one.
Mama J, have you decided on a plan on how you're going to reach your goals?
Yeah, and I mean, I guess with everything going on, those pretty good goals too.
Those
Just
are really
health
good
and happiness,
goals.
because I
Yeah.
mean, things can be pretty depressing if you sit around and dive into the things that's going on.
Yeah.
Supporting
What you're
continuously
working
help grow
for.
individual.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. Yeah. I think it's all perspective too. Because I feel like it's like two people can be going through the same kind of traumatic experience.
Mm-hmm.
But when you ask them about it, one person can be a little bit more pessimistic, or I feel like it's pessimistic, but like look at the glass, I guess, half empty, while the other person looks at the glass half full.
That's true.
So I think perspective plays a role on how you view the hardships that you go through.
Yeah, because I would say that quite a few
Nice.
people look at the year as pretty negative,
Mm-hmm.
and unfortunately, I don't really look at it like that. And that's why, like, even when we was just speaking earlier, and I said I had to change it and said it messed up our traveling year.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't mess up our year completely. It just took away from the traveling opportunities that we would have had.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I'd say that it's been a good year. It's been a great year, actually.
Mm-hmm.
For us, because we focus more on the personal growth, I'd
Mm-hmm.
say. So without, all the glitz and glamour things that we could have been doing outside, you know, um, we had a lot of growth.
Yeah, a lot of personal and interrelational growth.
Yeah.
So that is said. So Navarro said that he would like to get M25 launched this year, which you will, and gain market share with Nutrient.
Yeah.
So you will. We speak that into existence.
Definitely will.
Congratulations in advance.
Honestly, just making some changes within myself.
Okay.
And that's great.
Nice, Mama J. It always starts with you.
That's true.
All right. So that was New Year. Happy New Year.
Okay. So,
good.
All right. Next topic. Our soon to not be president and the Capitol and all this foolery, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Some guys, I'm sure you guys all saw what happened yesterday and the craziness that was. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, what are your thoughts behind that? Because, I mean, I think it's just out of control right now.
Yeah.
It's gone a little bit too far.
Beyond a little.
Yeah, well, nah.
No,
It's beyond a little,
honey.
with people getting killed and things like that. It's beyond a little too far. I don't know. I didn't expect it to go this far though.
Yeah. I didn't expect. Well, I didn't expect it to go that far either. Yeah, I don't know.
Like I knew it was gonna be something, but I thought it would have been something more of Trump's actual doing.
Just like him saying things.
Yeah. His I figured his typical would have been a little bit just a little bit more out there towards the end. So
I don't know. I don't really know. Like I didn't have any expectations. I'm just like sitting and kind of watching this all play out because I just don't know. I just don't know. I am not gonna assume what someone's gonna do. I just watching it because it's just a lot of foolishness, if you ask me, and a lot of people right now, I guess, are just at a high emotional, in a high emotional state, and just all over the country. Like last year, like we were just talking about, a lot of things have happened. The pandemic put a lot of pressure and stress on people. Just the president himself, like a lot of people didn't like his leadership, and then all the things that were happening with the injustice with Black people that has gone on. So I feel like, and then even internationally, there was a lot of things going on. So I feel like the energy of like the world, like emotions were on high. I think that doesn't have anything to do with Black people, so I don't care. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. It was just interesting that they even allowed it to get that far.
I sitting here thinking about it after we did find out the international stuff. You think it was a cover up?
What was the cover up?
You think for all the stuff that's about to be unfold, like everything else behind that, like internationally, all those things that's happening, then this is happening too. You don't.
I wouldn't say I don't know because I don't necessarily like think I don't know if I would say I'm not educated enough in everything to
Yeah.
say that I think this is some type of cover up. I
Yeah.
do think it was provoked and pushed to a point where it's like the bubble's gonna pop.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like cuz I know like with, some political things, people will say, "Oh, it's to distract you from what they're trying to do behind the scenes." I don't, but I just don't know. I don't know enough information to confidently say, this or that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we just went through your thoughts, and clearly you guys are not caring. So
I don't got nothing to say.
we will move on to a different
But
topic.
I mean, I kind of agree. It don't really have anything to do with Black people to a certain extent. I don't think it is.
To any extent, honestly, because they were there to support Trump. They were there to try to overturn votes that they couldn't. I
Yeah.
mean, there's nothing,
It wasn't. It just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. So,
Homie just got to give it up.
oh, I thought you were reading a comment.
No.
Yeah. All right. So, we are a relationship podcast. So, we wanted to discuss Dr. Dre and his ex-wife. They're not married or they're not divorced yet. So they're separated, but they're currently going through a divorce settlement.
Yeah.
And she is trying to get $2 million a month in spousal support. And then in addition, is it 24 million?
Oh no, I said 24 million because that's 2 million a month. That's
okay.
For the year.
So yeah, so she's trying to get 2 million a month for spousal support. So I don't really want to talk about them two per se, but I'm interested to know what you guys think about when people get divorced and someone makes more money than the other person. Do you think that spousal support is necessary?
Yeah.
Because I know even just, our everyday people where this lady, she got a divorce from her husband and she made more than him. And before they got divorced, she sent him the papers. And right after she did that, he took all the money from her account, from their joint account. And then he also, once they went through the divorce hearings and process, he wanted spousal support from her and she had to pay it because she made more and he was unemployed. So what do you guys think about that? Because I don't know I don't know the history about why it started. I can kind of understand it to a certain extent. Like, okay, if you have like a man and a woman and the woman's a stay-at-home wife,
mm-hmm.
and you guys are living a certain lifestyle, she has your children and you guys don't work out, so you get a divorce. Well, she hasn't been working this whole time. So she needs some type of support to maintain, living in a home, taking care of the kids. But I don't think it should be forever. I feel like it's until, like it should be a cutoff period to where now it's like things kind of have to adjust.
Yeah. I think there should be a cutoff period.
Mm-hmm. So you do think in the beginning, like in the example that I gave, it was necessary?
I think it's necessary. Let's say, okay, this is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
If she works, if she has a job, you know what I'm saying? And she already working and everything like that, I don't think she deserves anything. She could keep working and continue her life.
Okay.
That's how I feel about that. Now, if she's a stay-at-home wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the lifestyle that y'all agreed to, and that's what she's been living X amount of years, let's say 10 plus years, right? Yeah. And if she got your kid, then yeah, you got to pay something up because to go from where you're at as a grown person to going to get a job and, you know, just taking care of yourself. Not to say it's not possible, but it could be a little bit difficult.
Right.
So, and it could be some trauma, some stress that you may go through, you know, just changing lifestyles.
That transition.
Yeah, so you could go through that. But yeah, so I do think that there should be some type of payment. Now, let's say, you know, and I guess I don't know how much money they were spending by the month, right? But like, in my opinion, 2 million is pushing it. 2 million is pushing it. I think it should be a cutoff on the amount as well.
What would that determining factor be? Because if for you, 2 million right now may seem like a lot. To them, that may not be a lot. I mean, I think to anybody, 2 million a month may be a lot. But maybe if you're a billionaire, maybe not. But, you know, to them, 2 million may not be a substantial amount. So do you base it off of your net worth, or do you base it off of, like, what would that determination come from?
You base it off the standards of living, the statistics that everybody else is going by.
So you're saying if we together, I'm a stay-at-home wife with, you know, we're raising our kids together, and, you know, well, not, I won't say us. She's a stay-at-home wife, they're raising their kids together, and then they don't work out. You're telling me she's going from a billionaire lifestyle down to the standard of living for the rest of America?
No. Like, you can have a lot, but come on. Like, what I'm saying is, let's say the standard of America to live life for a month, right? What does $1 million get you? Way out of this world. You understand what I'm saying?
But that's her standard of living. It's not. Why would you base the standard of living off of America?
That's not her standard of living.
It is. That's what she's been living.
That's his standard of living that he has showed her. That's not her standard of living.
How long have they been together?
It don't matter. He brought her into that world. That's not her standard of living.
He was big before she married him?
Dr. Dre been big for how long?
I don't know how long they've been married.
I mean, I don't know how long they've been married either.
So
I don't. But he had another girl. What's her name? Like Michelle or something like that. I don't know if they were married, but I mean, she was. I know I've heard of her. So in my lifetime, so I would assume that, you know.
So you're saying because the man brought you into a lifestyle and you lived that lifestyle for over 10 years, that you should just go back down to the American standard of living, or a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Because he introduced it? No. I don't agree with that. I mean, I don't think it should necessarily be, you know, exactly the standard that you were living. But I don't think it should be dropping down to way down there. No.
So you think it would be wrong if she walked away with $500,000 a month? Because he was spending maybe $2 million a month on them. You think because
it's different if it's on, like, so you say that, I don't know. I'm not going to say what, because for, like I said, I don't really want to talk about them, but I'm just saying in general, I just don't, know what
I'm saying them because that's the situation, but for anybody, do you think that would be how it should go? Because I mean, I look at it like this. If she takes $500,000 a month, she could still be up in something nice. She could actually go buy her something nice.
Yeah, but you don't know what else you don't know what all her expenses are. It's not about just buying a house.
But all right, well, she needs to start backing up, because she needs to find some other way to release some expenses if she's not living. Because at this point, you have to think about it. You're not living an ordinary life no more. You cannot provide this for yourself. So you cannot hold on to this person that is supposed to be moving forward with their life and possibly want to go get another wife if he wants to. Mm-hmm. He could go get another wife and all of this, and he paying you to live like how he want to give his wife a life.
I mean,
you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I don't know. Let's read Tani's comment real quick because I don't want to ignore them. I feel only if that person was providing everything financially for that person. I don't think it should account for who makes more. And I agree, it should not be indefinitely. Okay.
Yeah.
So to Saquon's point, if that person was providing everything financially for their spouse, how much do you think they deserve to get? Would it be the standard that that their spouse was providing, or do you think it should be less than that?
Yeah.
Because I do think it should be a little bit less, but I don't think it should just drop down dramatically, because it's still a transition. And if you have children, I feel like all of that, I mean, I don't know if that's all bundled in or if it's just separate what they do for the children and like the spousal support.
Yeah, that's true, because I don't know if spousal support is the same as child support, and I think they're separate.
I think they're separate as well. So yeah,
because I mean, how much they're going to tell you that you got to pay for the kid then? Because if you ask me, that's more important.
Suck. Because it makes it hard. Mama J
Yeah,
said
they
they're
are
separate.
separate. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, it makes it tough. The kids are accustomed to a certain lifestyle. I mean, granted, everything can change, and unfortunately, even rich people can go broke. So you have to adjust. It has to be less because you are dividing the household.
Exactly. That's
Okay.
that's how I look at it. Like, I'm dividing this. What I had to do for us, you leaving. You get what I'm saying? What I had to pay for us.
Or you're leaving. Or she, he could be leaving.
She's asking, and this, whoever's asking for the divorce.
Yeah, but whoever's asking for it maybe not be the one who's going to have to pay the
okay, but all right. Well, we saying in this situation,
the person who's choosing to leave is the one who's asking for spousal support.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you're choosing to leave this lifestyle that I'm giving you, right, then you do not get to live to the extent that I'm taking care of all of us. I live in this house too, so that accounts to how much somebody will probably put forward to maintaining a certain lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is why you should always have passive income coming in, and always make sure that you're not just fully dependent financially on anyone. Now, granted, I do believe in a marriage. I do believe in a marriage that it's not his money, my money, it's our money. However, I do think that we both should be doing things that are bringing income into our family to make sure our family is growing and thriving the best. Now, you will be making more money and being the breadwinner, but there's certain things that I can do that can bring in passive income and still benefit our family. So if in that case, like, someone separates, for one, so then how does that work then? Because if everything is combined and those two people separate, then wouldn't it be split 50-50?
What, as far as those businesses, or what?
Right, as far as the whole assets that they have, their whole net worth, wouldn't that be split? Because for the way, like, we think, it's like when you're married, it's just ours.
So I think we think of things like 50-50. If it got to, I mean, we don't think it would ever get to that.
Yeah.
We don't talk like that at all. But I don't think that when those people go in the courtrooms, it's 50-50.
Right. So you're based off of sorry to cut you off.
You're good.
Societal mindset, it would be, this is mine, that is yours.
Yes. I think they go in there saying, this is mine, this is yours. I think that's how it starts.
Gotcha.
As far as finances and everything, then I feel like they figure out percentages and things like that. That in same thing as assets, like some and some divorces, let's say you hold a lot of shares in a business, they get a certain amount of shares.
That did happen with Jeff Bezos and his wife.
Yep.
And that's because she was there with him when he was in the basement.
And I think she's trying to do the same thing to Dr. Dre, saying he got Apple stocks. She just tried to tell him, yo, he got 260 something thousand in cash. I mean, 260 something million in cash and Apple stocks. to pay her. So I mean, that's just
she's just trying to prove that he has
got the money. I think
which he
everybody
probably
know he
does
got the
have
money.
the money. All right, so let's read. Navarro says it has to be less because you're dividing the household.
Yeah,
You can't bring in the same income and have two households.
correct.
I agree. Because
You deplete your money.
You are. Yeah. You just can't maintain. It's two different households. And then Mama J said they should be left comfortable. It's not like the person is going to go out and get a regular 9 to 5.
I mean, no, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not expecting them to I'm not expecting them to get paid whatever they say. What's the minimum wage? Like if it's like $15 an hour, I'm not expecting you to give them that much a month. I'm expecting you to let's say you live, let's say what? If I'm living off $1 million a year, I mean a month, I think it's okay to send them off with 100,000 a month.
Say it again. Sorry, honey.
If I'm living off $1 million a month, I think it's okay to give them.
Wait. 10%.
10%. Remember.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Poppy.
Hey, what's up? Remember this. If we have kids, you get more.
I mean, yeah, but that's just okay. That's the woman. It's her fault because you guys have kids. I don't know about that.
I'm not saying something is.
I shoot my wife 500. 500. Okay.
So you saying from a mill? So you saying from a mill she get the whole 50% then?
Yeah.
You just automatically going 50%.
Right. Hold on. Tanya says for it because it's going to slide up.
Okay.
Well, you would have to downgrade. Now, I'm not saying she should be placed on welfare. That's a big downgrade. Yeah. But I should not have to take care of someone for the rest of their lives. I definitely agree with that. And that's why I think it should be temporary. Like spousal support, I don't think should be indefinitely. Like allow that person to get on their feet so that they can produce an income and they can, suffice and sustain for themselves.
I think that should go for spousal support and child support. It shouldn't be. I shouldn't have to pay this woman for my child for the rest of my life. If he can prove
till they're 18.
I don't even think that it should be till they're 18.
Well, I'm saying it's not for the rest of your life. It's just until they're 18.
I don't think it should be till they're 18. If you can provide if you can show and prove that you actually taking care of that child.
Papa J said it also depends on why they're divorcing. Papa J, hey G. Papa J, can you expand on that? Hey, G. What would that mean down there?
Oh, what's good, G? You said it in the sentence. I'm like, what?
Okay, let's see. Now, if we start from the bottom and now we on the top, we go in half. But if I was wealthy when you met me and I upgraded you, I will send you off nicely, but don't be greedy.
Exactly.
But you're just okay. So you're saying because of this situation, you feel like he had more money and he kind of upgraded her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
However, it doesn't matter because guess what? Your mindset, see, this is one thing. Let's talk about this, people. Also, it will be a one-time payment. Oh, Navarro said a one-time, so you ain't getting no monthly halves.
Oh, see.
And then
he's saying get.
Yeah, so Mama J said no. If that's your child, 18, bro. He said if someone did something wrong in the marriage. Oh, so if there was infidelity or domestic abuse, then they get nothing, Papa J, or what? Okay, so what? Oh, I just thought about something. Okay, I want to talk about the point you said with the children, and then in
the one-time payment.
Yeah, no. So, okay, guys, if I forget. So I want to talk about what you said with the children. And then also I want to talk about how people treat each other after a divorce.
Okay. So what about the children though?
So the children. So you said that if the spouse can prove that they're providing for their child, you don't feel like they should have to pay child support.
Correct.
Okay. Why?
Because where's all that money going? If you get what I'm saying, to a certain extent.
So I feel like that comes from the stereotype where a lot of men think women, where a lot of men think, and there are some cases. So, some women make us look bad, but where men think women just take the child support money and don't spend it on the kids. They actually just spend it on themselves.
Correct.
So,
no, that's not what I'm saying. Actually, what's up, Poppy? You got
hey,
on by yourself.
Popzilla.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is she takes care of the child, but if you making, if you're making a certain amount and then let's say you ordered to give her 20 stacks a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is 20 stacks going into the child a month and
It
in
could.
a living situation?
I'm
not saying if it could or not. What's the chance?
Well, it depends on the woman.
On
and
her
that's what I'm saying.
On her living, on her lifestyle.
Well, you can, okay, honey, if you think about it, there's some private schools that cost you $10,000 a month, or there's things that are expensive. It depends on the lifestyle that you have your child in as well.
Give me the bill.
Okay, so then how about that then? So you're saying, okay, well, let's pay the bills together. Let me know.
No, I'm not saying.
No, not the bills together, but like for your child.
Yes.
So if there's something that we're putting our child in, we can go half on it, or I'll pay for it.
Yeah, if I got the money like that and they saying that I need to give you this substantial amount, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If they, let's say the court say, hey, you gotta have, this is what it should be. You gotta have $20,000 to $30,000 allocated towards your child per month if they, for whatever bills and expenses they need, and that should be able to be like a claim. Like, so if you say the 20 to 30 and this woman wants to put our child into school and it costs $10,000 a month to do it, then it's coming out that 30.
Right. Which I think is fair. Because I do believe child support should go into your child. And I feel like I said, I feel like you're more so thinking of how some women do take advantage of child support and don't spend it all on the child.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying, even if it's not a taking advantage thing, because I'm looking at it, let's say if I give you 20 stacks a month and you choose to go live in a place that's $5,000 a month and you choose to still comfortably take care of our kids off of $5,000 to $7,000 a month, you get what I'm saying?
Well, that's not how. Well, I get what you're saying, but that's not how the courts typically do it. They do it based off of what it's going to cost. Like they do it based off of what you say you need. So they're not going to, if you live, like if the mom is, well, actually, no, they also do it off the dad's income. They do it off the dad's income.
It's off the income.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Because that's how
how the courts
it's people out here with like $10 child support.
Poppy said, I believe if both you guys build something together, they both should get half. I agree, because that's building it together. You start from the bottom together, you're working your way up. Navarro said he agrees with the child support. So you agree with Saquon with the child support, Varro? That
what's not true?
Who said that? About the income? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know child support.
Navarro, what's not true and what is it that you agree with about the child support?
Tanya said, now you should pay child support, but some of these amounts are ridiculous.
Exactly.
They are ridiculous. Mama J, your child, bro. Mommy said, you are going to keep me in the lifestyle I'm accustomed to get. Lifestyle Quan, boy, I do this woman's gladness. Mama J said the amount we can discuss, but until they are 18.
No, and that's fair. And that's fair. Until they're 18, that's cool, because I honestly think some dads go past 18. If they
I think like real fathers, they're going to provide for their children for the rest of their life. They're going to be there and make sure their children have for the rest of their lives.
Exactly.
Ruby,
and thank you, Robin.
Yes, thanks, Rue. Let's see. Navarro said they combine the income and then whoever has 49% or less has to pay. I agree that if you are taking care of your child, there should not be any child support.
Yeah.
Okay. Poppy says if one comes into the relationship, she should get enough to live in the manner she was living.
There you go. Yeah. Wait, what do you mean by that? In the manner she was living before you or while she was with you? Because your wife's saying that you got to keep her up and accustomed to
she wants to
what
live
she
that
getting.
lifestyle. Oh man. Okay, so whoever has 49% or less
Has to pay.
has to pay. They combine the income, and then whoever has 49% or less has to pay. So whoever has less money has to pay. Hey, Ari.
What's up, Eric?
Wife, should we with you?
Wife, should we with you? Oh.
What?
No, I was reading what you mean.
Okay. Wife should. Poppy, what do you mean? Eric said, I think the issue with child support is that the money is allocated to the spouse and not directly to the source of the child's needs. That's where things get complex and becomes an issue of integrity. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
And that's why I like what you said, like with certain things, it should be like, okay, you know, tuition for your child or clothing and things like that. It's like, here, I'll either cover it all or we can split it, but it should be like, and that's the hard part, because that's where it's like, okay, you should trust that this person's just going to do the right thing, but not everybody does.
Y'all divorced. But
okay, so let's talk about it.
We're not on the same side anymore.
So it doesn't have to be like that. That's the thing. I mean, divorce, okay.
As far as the
division,
child,
it does mean you divided.
Yeah, as far as the child, we're on the same page. But as far as what you do with the money that go into your hand, I don't have nothing to do with that.
You don't, however. Okay, guys, so this is what Poppy said is one person is court ordered to pay child support. They have no say in the matter. That's very true. Is it right though? Is it right? Because, you know, I do agree that sometimes the amount that people are ordered to pay is a little ridiculous. 20 to 30, like depending on their income, the 20 to 30,000 a month is a lot. However, if that is the child's expenses, then I do think it's fair if both parents want to maintain whatever that is for that child.
Yeah.
And I do think that should be a discussion. Now, go ahead. Do you have something to say further?
I was just about to say, in child support, that kind of get a little nasty too, because there's a lot of people that's not even married out here that's all they can get is the child support.
Yeah.
And, you know, you got a lot of young, this starts young in a lot of people's lives, child support, because of being irresponsible and stuff like that. A lot of people paying child support for the wrong reasons. It's just because people couldn't handle their emotions, or they couldn't, what is it?
Coexist.
Yeah, coexist together and just be kind of cool.
You said people are paying child support for the wrong reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's a female out of that anger or something.
Yeah, that couldn't control her emotions, and she just needed a get back. That was the revenge.
I can see people doing it out of spite. I will say that. Mama J said, sometimes the child support is not enough. Then what? The child support is not enough to take care of the child, Mama J, or to take care of the whole kit and caboodle, like the mom and the child. I'm wondering.
If the child support not enough, they got something for that too. You could go get cash assistance, and he still got to pay it.
I mean, that's just not the goal either, but I get, like, it's reality. It happens. Poppy said, now they should think of the child most try to hurt. Yeah. Okay. That's what I want to talk about. Most try to hurt each other and forget about the children. And that's the tragedy. Amen. That's what I want to talk about when I was like divorce and how people treat each other after they separate. To me, it's just crazy how bad people bash each other and all the anger and just the spite and the pettiness that people do towards each other after they're no longer together. Mama J said to take care of the child and all the needs of the child, to take care of all the needs of the child. Okay. I mean, I agree. Sometimes a man may not make enough to pay in child support and then the mom doesn't. And that's the hard part too, because sometimes we make decisions that we're not necessarily ready for.
Yeah.
Tanya said it's emotions. Yes, I understand that, but I just don't like. I get it, but I don't get it, because I'm like at one point in time, it's like you love this person, and you decided to marry this person. So obviously there was some good in that person, or you wouldn't have married them.
Put it like
So
this.
now it's like you choose. Hold on, I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, go ahead.
So it's like now that you guys have either fell out or they hurt you, things like that happen. I understand trauma. It could be a trauma, but then to degrade this person, talk down about this person. Some women talk bad about the person to the children, or like to their friends and family, and it's like it's just so much negativity towards each other. And to me, it's like,
It's
how
hurt.
could you ever say you love this person?
It's just hurt. It's hurting. It's hurt that they've never been healed. That hasn't been healed. And the only thing I could think about in an extreme situation, well, I would think about a story that you said with your brother, right? And I think one time he got so angry he tried to throw a pool ball at y'all or something like that. Somebody tried to throw a pool ball at somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think like that's your brother, right? And he loves you, right? But he was really about to throw a pool ball. You get what I'm saying? Like in that moment, he trying to hurt you.
I mean, I
he's
understand
upset.
that because it's well, for one, he was a child.
I mean,
but so it's like you don't know
simple.
how to it's like you're not being able to control your emotions in a healthy way. Child, you and Saquon are glowing. Thank you.
Thank you.
I do understand that it's emotions. However, I do feel like we and I've been guilty of my emotions going a little haywire.
Yeah, so you gotta understand.
No, because it's like I understand. However, I don't feel like it should, like, okay, when you have an emotional trauma, right? Nothing heals overnight. However, how you choose to respond to it doesn't have to be so nasty.
Like, give me an example of what's not. Give me
okay,
an example.
So let's say that a couple splits, right? They get a divorce, and the woman is upset to see, because let's say the man wanted the divorce and the woman wanted to fight for her marriage, and she sees him move on to someone else, and she's hurt by that. So she's upset, and so then they have a child together. So then she starts talking negatively about the man to the child. So it's like, okay, I understand the emotion, I understand the hurt, I understand the vows that you guys made to each other and that was broken. I'm not assuming, I'm saying that we should do better. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that people aren't immature and emotionally immature. I understand that they are, but it's just like I don't know, I just can't fathom that like it should happen prolonged. Like I get that temporary anger and upset, and I understand it. But it's just like, why do you have to stretch it?
Because they're not mentally there, and they're always hurt. It's just it's a stain on them. Like it's a stain on them. Like some people just never let it go.
Yeah, and that's true, and that's really sad. And I know we all have some type of trauma that we may have not dealt with. Or I'm not gonna say all, but a lot of people, especially in our community, have a lot of trauma that we haven't dealt with, and sometimes we're not even conscious of it. So I understand it. It's just, I guess, sad to see, because it's like you love that person. That was like you were married to that person, and really, like Poppy said earlier, like really, it's a tragedy to the child. Like you're hurting the child more than anything when you two don't get along.
Yeah,
and I get what you're saying, Navarra. Like they may not be emotionally mature.
Yeah, and it's I guess it's different levels of maturity.
Yeah, and there's different types of maturity.
Yeah, it's different levels, it's different types, and that person just not necessarily there at the time.
Yeah, Mommy said I overstand, but emotions run high. Hurt people hurt people. Correct. That is very true. Poppy said, all you have to do is think before you act instead of acting without thinking. That's true. And I think, and then Mommy said, healing and growth is a process.
Very true.
And I think self-control is something that like we all have to, like, our goal should be to try to master as much as possible. And like, it's a daily goal.
Yeah, because a lot of people like that. And in that situation of someone speaking to their child, like, like that, it happens so fast.
Right.
That self-control just
go out the window.
Yeah, where was self-control? Like that was like a millisecond of your thought. Like, so
right
after that millisecond is done.
Yeah. I mean, if you're conscious, like, I guess if you're trying to change it, then later you can go and just say, I was angry. I didn't mean it. You can have a conversation. But a lot of people just aren't there. So, like, you guys, I understand, but I just wish I pray for everybody. I
Yeah,
pray
yeah,
it
because
changes.
it is bad.
It's
It
so
happens a lot.
sad.
It happens a lot in our society where
It does.
um you have bad divorces or just bad relationships in general
Mhm.
where people end up talking down on whether it's the woman or the man.
Yeah.
You have emasculation, and then you have it where, I guess the woman don't get a break either.
Yeah. Navarro said, we just need to focus on making the marriage work and none of this matters. That's true.
That's true and false, but it
And
does matter because it's an example.
okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Say what you were saying.
Go ahead,
Go
King
ahead.
Kwani.
Go ahead.
King Kwan Kwan
Go
Kwan
ahead.
Boy. Well, I was gonna say also, I feel like it's kind of true and false because for a marriage to work, you have to look at who's in the marriage. It's a man and a woman. So for that to be able to work, they have to be in like they have it has to start with them too. So you can't just say you make the marriage work, but they have to work on each themselves. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, but that's true. That's true. But no, it's true. But something that I've been noticing, right, and what we've learned, maybe it could have went over your head, but
Excuse me.
but all right, so check this out though.
Ooh,
It's all about balance, and it works itself out. So if we having issues, right, I should be able to work on myself to a certain extent into this marriage where it should balance out you automatically.
Yeah, but that goes back to it where it starts with the people. So if that's starting with you, and then it would rub off on me.
Yeah, I mean, it don't even need to be a
How about
rub.
it went off of my head over my head?
Nah, but yeah, we balance each other out. I don't need to I shouldn't have to talk to this person to let them know that, they need to work on these things. I should be, well, no, we should. And that's why I'm saying, I do think that problems and certain things should be on the forefront. So I do think I think it matters. I think it matters. I think you want it to be brought to the table.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as you being on me about the growth or how I should grow, or me being on you, it doesn't need to happen. Because as long as you do what you're supposed to do as far as making the marriage work, then this should balance out.
I agree.
What if you're not in sync with yourself? What's not being in sync with yourself? Is it not praying and not? I mean, I understand. No, you know what? I know what not being in sync is. I guess if you're not in sync with yourself, then you just a lost person, and I mean, it could be tough for you. Your
Yeah,
relationship would never be necessarily satisfying.
well, I think that's also where it comes to your like that balance you said. So some people may not fully be in sync with themselves and even understand their purpose, their values, and even what they need out of a relationship. So that's where it can come for your partner loving you unconditionally and kind of help nurturing and kind of growing you or not growing you, but kind of like feeding into you so that you can kind of grow and kind of figure those things out.
Yeah. I do think
So
there should be space for that.
yeah. So I think maybe that would help because, yeah, a lot of us are lost in the sauce and don't truly know our purpose, our needs. And so you're not really in sync with who you are. And if you're not in sync with that, how do you know what you like need from your partner to, for your relationship to flourish? Poppy said, if he gets mad at mommy, first thing that pops in his head is that's the woman I love. She does not deserve my cruelty. It took me years to master this. That is powerful because a lot of times it's like when you get angry, it's just like war. It's like bump that. Use the enemy. But if you do remember, like, and that's something that I try to think about as well, is like, this is my husband. He's not going anywhere. Love him. So like it's a process, but it's like is it worth the argument, or let's talk it out, let's try to figure it out, we're on the same team.
Mhm.
So it's just a shift in your mindset so that it's not just anger.
Nah, you can't be lost in the sauce out here.
I mean, people
You
are.
No, people are. People are, and it's sad.
Yes. Navarro says, that's why we need to get tuned up and tap in with a professional to make sure everything is good and work through the things that aren't. And mommy said, you are not in tune and still need to. Who, us?
Maybe she's just saying in general, like, you know,
Oh.
we come into a relationship with our own goals and values. I believe that marriage is a precious union,
It is.
and we must come together as a meeting of the minds and heart.
Amen.
True.
That's very true. And I do agree with Navarro as well. I think because just relationships, personal growth, life in general, everything is a journey and it's constantly changing and you're constantly growing. So tapping into some type of either a professional or like friends or mentors or people you can counsel with and can kind of bring you back, to like center. I think that's super important. And we need to trust each other. That's true.
Oh, nah, that's big. Trusting each other is big. Because, I mean, I guess to go back to what we're saying, and it's not even always professionals, it's about having a good circles, having
Network.
good people, good network, having good people around you that you're able to go to when you having an issue, that you feel comfortable enough and trust to, just speak to about the issue that you may be going through in your relationship.
Yeah,
that's actually big.
That's huge. It is. Mommy said yes, Connie and Cha in general. You beautiful lovebirds. And then let's see. Poppy said, I can teach you, but you have to want it. I can't want it for you. Yeah. That is huge too. Mm-hmm. That is huge too. That's one thing that I always tell Saquon. I'm like, you can only control yourself. You can't control anybody else. And as much as you want better for other people, if they don't want better for themselves, there's nothing you can do. And that's sometimes the hardest thing to watch is the people that you love or care about. And like they have so much potential, but it's like they don't really see their own potential and they just do things that kind of are detriment to themselves. So I definitely agree with that. Poppy. And then Navarro said there's a lack of trust in marriage, which leads to other insecurities. That is true. That's very true. I want to ask this question after I read Poppy's comment and maybe when Saquon comes back. Oh, okay. Well, after I read Poppy's comment, I want to ask this question. Poppy says that is something. Oh, that is coming to the first thing you have to do. Stop calling your anger passion. Shots fired. Hi, Kai. Say hi, Boom Boom. Shh.
I can tease, but you got the one that I can't.
Hey, baby.
That's true. Wait, where you was at in this? That's what you was at?
Yeah. I don't know where that came from, but yeah. Okay, so one thing that I did want to talk about though was what do you guys feel like men need? Like out of a relationship, what do you guys think that men need? Oh, mommy said not directed at you personally.
I believe
Granddog, Mama J and mommy says hey.
Is respect and support. That's it.
That's not your only need.
I mean, it's extra, you got you got
Hold on, babe. I wasn't asking you yet.
Oh, okay.
I want them to see. So, ladies and gents, because Kwani, well, I don't know if you remember them all.
I don't. I mean, not all, I guess.
But what do you guys think in a relationship a man needs? We need affection. Interesting.
Nice answer.
What's affection, G?
Good question.
I know. Thank you, honey.
What is affection?
To be made to feel like a man and supported. Okay,
But
can you?
what elaborate
Yes,
on
please.
what makes him feel like a man? What will make a
Emotionally.
man feel like a man?
Right.
Emotionally. Okay.
Okay. Liking these
And
answers.
G, let us know what is affection.
Exactly.
Give me an example.
We need a wife. Okay, that's true. What do you need your wife in a relationship? Okay, in a marriage, what do you need from your wife?
Oh, yeah,
as a man?
What is she supposed to give you?
Right.
What is what are some of the elements that your wife is supposed to provide to you to make you feel like a man, make you feel supported, and balance the marriage to where she's getting everything that she should as well?
Yes. Someone who is nurturing, loving, supportive, and respective. Okay. I like.
Okay.
So, Honey was saying, you said you feel like you need.
The herb. That's the book.
Oh, thank you, Mama J. Poppy said a real problem is trust. If you don't trust them, every time they step out, you will think they're cheating.
Okay.
Yeah, trust is huge. So, Poppy, would you say that in a marriage, a man needs trust from his wife? Is that a need? Respect, supportive, not selfish. Okay. So, so go ahead, baby.
Wait, before we continue, because we've been having a good conversation, can you guys please like the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet? Please and thank you.
Thank you.
So what were you saying, Bonds?
My love. I was saying you can go ahead and say you were saying that you feel like you need respect and support.
Yeah, respect and support. And I guess it's kind of, interesting just with parents here. But sex would be one. What else?
So, okay.
It was like 3, if I'm correct.
So, no, there's 5. 5 needs of a man, 5 needs of a woman. And this is according to a book. So that's what we're talking about. So, okay. I'm going to ask. So, respect. A man, let's see. Real man needs to trust his wife. Without trust, the relationship is doomed.
So it's both ways.
Yeah, I agree. I think trust is huge for both ways.
Yeah, tell me what they are.
Okay, and so, okay. Respect. Okay, you can keep talking, him.
What were you about to say? You was about to say something.
I don't recall.
Real man needs to trust his wife, and without trust, the relationship is doomed. Yeah, and that's true. He needs to trust his wife, and the wife got to trust him too. The wife really needs to trust their husband, because this is just my opinion. The male is here to lead you guys. Don't get me wrong. You guys are very strong. You guys are strong. You guys are intelligent. I'm not trying to take that away whatsoever. But the man is here to lead the family. So she has to trust his, ideas. She got to trust the things that he's doing. She may not even understand exactly his perspective. I don't think it's meant for her to necessarily understand his perspective 100% all the time.
Yeah, I think that maybe I may not agree or follow your perspective all the time, but I do think I might understand. Maybe I won't understand it fully all the time, but I understand as a man, you may think differently, because men are definitely more logical and women, we are more emotional. We have logic, but we're just mostly emotional, and men are mostly logical in the thought.
I mean, it's a fact that we're not going to go to the goal the same way.
Right. And that's fine. G says, giving it to you in 1 sec, laugh out loud. But I feel like they should give you hugs, kisses, etc. on a random, not just when you're doing right. Okay. I like that. Poppy said exactly 100. So go ahead, huh? Are you going to read them?
I mean, you want me to?
You can. So these are 5 needs. And fellas, you're out there. Let me know if you feel like these are needs or not.
Okay. So the first, right, which we already said was respect. and we should really get the appreciation feeling.
Okay.
That's true. That's okay. Just saying respect. I think that's part of respect.
Yes. I don't think that
Showing your appreciation.
I'm trying to think. Maybe, would you say?
I don't think that it is correct. They should discuss every and make the decision after the discussion. Oh, so he's saying that no, okay. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't discuss the situation. They should discuss it. It should be a discussion.
Mm-hmm.
You should know the decision that I'm going to make.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Because I shouldn't be blindsiding my wife.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? But she might have to understand, or same thing with me. If the ball is in her court, right? I gotta understand that I don't think like her.
Mm-hmm.
So if the ball is in my court and we sitting here having a discussion about reaching a specific goal, mm-hmm. then there has to be some type of, let's say, satisfaction of an answer. You could only ask for almost 98%. And that's high. That's high. 98%. Because what I'm saying is, if I give you a whole drawn out plan to where I'm like, hey, this is going to get us to the goal, this is going to happen, you might have that little 2% that you may feel like, I don't know about this. But after this discussion, you was like, man, I'm 98% there. I just got to trust him to get there.
That's what I was going to say. You said the key word. I think it boils down to trust again.
Yeah.
Because if you know that, okay, we're going to discuss it and we're going to, I'm going to tell you my pros and cons or my worries and, fears about it. And then you'll tell me like why you think it's good. And then I know the final decision is in your hands. I have to trust that you're going to make the best decision for our family when you do move forward.
Exactly. Like,
so
and
it does come down to trust.
Yeah. And that's fair. They should do it together before that is made.
So the conversation happens.
Yeah. The conversation definitely should happen between me or her before I just make a decision.
Yes.
Yeah. But we're not always going to agree on the decision 100%.
Yeah. And we're different people.
Yeah, we're different people, and that's just what it is.
Yeah.
But
okay.
And within the marriage, she can't step on my toes and I can't step on her toes.
Yes, let's talk about it. Sorry, baby, go ahead.
No, but it just kind of slows the motion down.
Yeah.
We're not going to make it to the goal if we stepping on each other's toes.
Yes. And that's something that I learned in a relationship, in a marriage. It's like we each have our own roles. And if we're both trying to be in the same role, it's going to just cause dysfunction within our family because it's like you're basically competing with each other to try to for this position. And even in like, you think of it like a job, it's like there's only one CEO that, you have a CEO and then you have the people under him and then the people under them. So it's like, you can't, like, you have to know your role and your position within your marriage.
Correct.
Okay. So you're going to read them?
All right. So we went over respect, and I was saying that the appreciation I felt like was a part of respect.
It is.
What's up? What else would be respect? Do you want me to just go through all of them? And
I just want you to go through the 5.
Okay. Anyway, the 5 is respect, sex, domestic support, recreational support, and attraction. Those would be the 5 needs of a man.
Do you guys agree? And if you need us to explain like what recreational support is, just like a man has to have an activity or a passion or something he loves to do that you just don't nag him about. So like some men like to go fishing, some men love video games, some men love music, some men love art, some men love sports. So it's like they have to have their recreational time to be able to do that. And you like, it's not like, you're listening, you're doing this again, like, and you're just being annoyed. Like you have to, like, do you feel like as a man, you need that time to have recreational support? And maybe if you're even, not to say you can't do it with your wife, but she can be supportive and say, oh, honey, can you teach me this? Or I want to try it with you, things like that.
That's a part of recreational support.
Right.
Is you not just giving him the leeway to do what he want to do, but you also kind of include yourself into it. You kind of want to try out the things that he
Is interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to have fun with him. You know that he has fun doing this. Let me go have fun with my husband.
Right. So it's like you value his interests as much as you value your own. And when you're engaging in his interests, if he's super excited about it and happy doing it, it's like you don't have a frumpy attitude the whole time.
Yeah.
So, okay. So do you guys, because we have some men on here, we have some married men and engaged men. Do you guys feel like that is a need? Mommy said, yes, I agree that a man definitely needs to be supported in recreational activities. Okay. So we have some wife support there. um, so there was recreational support, domestic support. So that's basically the household and children and being there, making sure like your husband is coming home to a home, like peace, like a place of peace. So like when your husband comes home from work, that it's not like a place that he doesn't want to be. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. It should
It's not negative, like a negative space. Like, and these needs for men are like top needs. And it's not to say women don't have these same needs, but these are like top of the list for men. Yeah. But I just want to know if you guys agree or disagree.
And nobody said anything.
Mommy did.
Oh.
Well, the women. Mommy did.
The men, the guys ain't say nothing. Yeah. No, well, sorry, G, but affection was one of the top needs. For the woman. Mm-hmm. But not to say that a man doesn't need affection, because we do. Mm-hmm. We do. The same type of things that a man needs, a woman needs, but not at the top of her list.
Yeah. So let me know if you guys agree with those. So respect, sex, recreational support, domestic support, and then also attraction. And men, don't be shy, because men are visual creatures.
True.
So, not to say that you have to be as a woman dolled up all the time and, looking to the nines. Once you get out of bed, you woke up like this. But men are attractive. So home has to be a place of peace, or he will be at someone else's house. That is very true. That is very true. That's okay. So we're not going to do it today, but maybe another time we can play this video that we watched, and then we can have a discussion about it. I think you guys will love it. You talking about the one about
that girl? Wait, which one are you talking about?
I was talking about the video where we got this from. But what are you talking about?
I didn't even know we fully got this from a video. I mean, we got this from a video. You talking about Miles? Mm-hmm. I wasn't talking about Miles. I was talking about that video that we seen about this girl talking to men, saying all these type of things that they actually need from a woman, and one was privacy that she said.
Like the one who was a little.
She was a little masculine.
Ratchet. Oh yeah, she was. But yeah, okay. So thank you everyone who did respond.
Yes.
All my others, maybe you didn't want to respond. It's okay. So then I'm gonna go over the 5 needs for the woman. And ladies, let me know, do you agree? So women need love. We need financial support. We need, communication. Hey, Crystal.
What's up, Crystal?
Okay, so sorry. We need love. We need financial support. We need communication. We need for our partner to be open and honest with us. No one should, especially no other woman, should be able to tell us something about our husband that we don't know already. And then we need affection. So, ladies, do you agree that those are needs? Okay, Crystal said, I agree. As a woman, I forget that he also needs the same as I. I've been better and continue to work on it for him. In a marriage or relationship, it needs to be equal across the board. That is very true. That is very true. And so sometimes I feel like, okay, especially in our society where it's like women, like, women empowerment and the feminist movement and stuff. And it's like the idea that women should be equal to men. And I agree, women should be equal to men, but in a different way. Like, I feel like, so, okay, Mama J and Mommy agree with the women needs. Thank you, ladies. But
Feminist movement.
no, no, honey. But I think part of us, like as a whole, as women, we are competing with men instead of embracing our power as women.
Yeah.
Like that's what I feel like. Somewhat like the feminist movement is kind of doing. It's like they want to do all like the things that men do instead of just embracing the power that we have as women, and we are powerful.
Yeah, it's always on some. It's always on some. Anything you can do, I can do better type.
Yeah, and it's like it doesn't like why we're like men can't compete with us and try to have babies.
That's a fact.
That's the power that we as women have. So I agree though that in a relationship it's like you are equal and you just have different roles and in different ways. And you do have to make sure you're constantly giving, and your goal should always be to make your partner happy, Yep. So Tanya, darling, do you agree that those are needs of women? And I'm going to just repeat them. So, love, financial support, communication. We need for our husbands to be open and honest. And then we also need affection. So, sometimes a little romantic.
Little time.
Excuse me. Yes, experiences. We also need, let's see. I wish they could.
Who's saying this?
Crystal have babies.
You ready for another one? Saying that?
No, she said she just doesn't want. Well, yeah, maybe, but
Yeah,
she doesn't have to go through it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. Eat the herb.
Eat the herb.
That's funny.
Man, I need to get that.
I wish Court was in here. I want to know her perspective.
Where is Courtney at?
Navarro, if you're still in here and you're with Court, can you ask her? Does she think those are needs?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Oh, Tanya says she agrees. Okay. Thank you, ladies. Men, you guys got a little quiet.
Yeah, sure do.
One and done. Gas AZ is all you need. Okay. So pretty much the women agree, though, that that's what they need. Okay. I like that. Yeah. The men you guys kind of dwindled. Financial support in what way? We are here, but I'm working. Sorry. Okay, it's okay. It's okay, Navarro. Sorry. Didn't mean to call you out. Financial support in which way? So financial support in the sense that you shouldn't have to work, but you can work if you want. Because if you think about it, the way that society is set up is if you think about like maternity leave, a lot of jobs only give you 6 weeks of maternity leave. And if you get a great job, you may have a little bit longer. But the first month and a half with your child, that's really not, I feel like, well, personally for me, I feel like I would want to be there with my child as long as possible without having to go back to work. Yeah. And then even for my husband, I feel like he should be able to be there with our child once they're born without having to go back to work, just because we have income coming in that would allow us to do so.
True.
Now, because I will be the one breastfeeding and, the one that the baby's going to depend on a little bit more for nutrients, I would be priority to stay home over you.
Correct.
So not to say that a woman cannot work, but saying that a man if a man is able to provide for you, for your household where you don't have to work, then you have the freedom to, not be stressed trying to run to work. And I know, Crystal, I knew it, but you have the freedom to have okay, so you have the freedom to be there with your child and, take care of the house and things like that. And then if you want to go to work, you can.
This kind of gets me because I wish we had the little thing set up. Anyway, Crystal, why do you disagree?
Because she loves to work.
Why? Explain this to me. Why do you love working, and why do you think that he shouldn't be? Well, y'all shouldn't be in a position to not really have to.
Right. So, okay, it's not saying that you don't you can't work and get your hustle on, girl. But it's saying that if he could provide. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off either. Sorry. But if he could provide in a way where you didn't have to, and then you can still go ahead. And if you think about it too, a lot of women, especially in pregnancy, a lot of women work up to their 8th month and sometimes even till their 9th month, till the day before they're dropping off the baby, so they're having the baby. And sometimes that's not healthy. A lot of women end up with preeclampsia, so high blood pressure in pregnancy, gestational diabetes. And a lot of women aren't really taking care of themselves the way that they should, getting enough bed rest and things like that, because they have to work, and they have to work these long hours or up on their feet a lot.
No, you saying because you want to work. And that's the whole thing they saying here is I'm assuming that they want to.
Well, no.
Well, not.
You said what?
I'm assuming she wants to work. Crystal, right?
Wait, you said I said what?
You saying have to.
Well, she may want to work, but I'm saying, but a lot of women have to work also.
Yeah, I mean.
But Crystal's saying she doesn't agree that that's a need, that a man should provide financial support. Oh, you don't agree
that that's a need for him?
Yeah, she said, I disagree with that one. Mama J said, you should work because you want to, not because you have to.
That's true.
Yeah. So that was just clarification, hun. But yeah, but I was just saying, if you think about it, especially because women's the only one who can have a child, health risk can happen when a woman has to work.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not because even with me, for example, I work and I enjoy work. I do want to do it in a different way now, and especially because I want to have children. And like I said, I want to be there with them. I want to be able to work from home. Mm-hmm. So I want to be able to have income streams and things that I can do that are going to be where I create my own schedule. And it's I'm not on I'm not depending on a boss to tell me when I have to do something. It's on me to decide what I need to do so that I have the freedom to make sure that my family is good.
Yeah.
Because my family is always going to be my number one priority.
That's true. And I guess thinking of it like this, what you were saying, and then I think about Crystal with your pregnancy. Do you think that if you didn't have to work throughout your pregnancy, anything would have been better? You get what I'm saying? If he was able to, if that man was able to take care of the situation to where you just didn't have to run to anybody, you get what I'm saying?
And not to say that he wasn't able to.
No, and I'm not saying.
Yeah,
I'm definitely. I mean, what we saying the financial support. So that is he would have to be able to.
On a man.
Okay.
Huh? Oh, sorry, honey. Sorry. What'd you say?
I forgot. But I was raised in a household where we had to depend on the man. Everything revolved around the man. I hated that part of my culture. It is a need for me, and I prefer to be working. All right, but see, this is the thing, though. Did you experience negative by having to depend on that man? You get what I'm saying?
Possibly, because not all situations where family depends on the man is it a healthy situation. True. And that's a problem too, because you can have situations where the man does control the money, and it's kind of like you're at his mercy.
Wait, I didn't even see that. Poppy said thank you.
Where's Pops?
No, Poppy said, "Thank you both for the insightful conversation. He has to make a business call and look forward to the next podcast."
Thanks, Poppy, for joining. Love you. Sorry, honey.
You're good. In a relationship, I believe we both need to put our part in general. I may carry the child, but that doesn't mean I want to stay home. I'm not talking about what the want is.
And that's the thing, Crystal. So we're not saying that you have to stay home.
Yeah.
We're saying, and I agree, in a relationship, we both have parts to play, and we both put our all into the parts that we have to play. She said, and no, I don't think it would have been different. Preeclampsia wasn't something we can predict. It happens to even stay-at-home moms. Yeah, that's true. But however, when you do have preeclampsia, you don't want to be as active. I agree. I like making my own money and not having to depend on someone else, but it is nice if I can.
If you can. So that's in these situations, they're not experiencing a situation where it's just free and clear.
Yeah. So, and I think that's I think, and I guess it may also depend on the relationship and how you guys operate the relationship. Because, for example, let's say that you're in a relationship where the husband does make all the money, but it's your money. Like, it's just because he makes it doesn't mean it's his money. Like, it goes into one pot, right? And then from that one pot, you guys decide together as a team what you're going to do and spend that money on. So it's not that you're depending on him and that you have to just necessarily ask him for everything, but it's saying that, okay, this is what he's doing, and if I want to work, I don't have to. It's not a stress for my family. If it's not depending on me to say I have to work, otherwise we won't make it. Mm-hmm. We know, God forbid, if I get injured or anything like that happens, we have his income coming in. Or even if he gets injured, hopefully he has a good job where he's protected and has, I think it's disability insurance, and there's things that you can do to protect yourself.
Yeah.
But
or multiple streams of income to where if you lose your job, then you got something else coming in.
Yeah. So it's not saying that you have to work, and it's not saying that you are just dependent on your man, because it's a paradigm shift and a different mindset. It's just saying that it doesn't matter. Like if it was me making all the money, it still wouldn't be my money. It would be our money.
Yeah.
But I do think it is for me a need to say that I want you to make the money.
Yeah.
All of the money. No, most of the money. And I am going to bring in money too.
There's nothing wrong with depending on your man.
That's true.
It's nothing wrong. Because I feel like if you actually depend on him, right, it's like adding weight. You know what I'm saying? It's like being in the gym. Mm-hmm. If you don't never add on any more weight, you ain't going to get no stronger.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying? So if you always sitting here saying, oh, you know what, I'm working for me, it's taking care of everything. You get what I'm saying? All of y'all the same. but you should be able to depend on him, and he should be able to be open enough to want to treat you the same way he would treat, I guess, his daughter. Like his family should be precious.
Yeah.
So you guys should be able to depend on him. You guys should be able to turn to him and say, hey, I need this. Let's get this done, or whatever the case may be. It should be able to happen. I'm not saying that everybody had these situations, mm-hmm. but it should be. And who cares what you like? It's not what everything that people likes isn't what it should be.
True.
You get what I'm saying? You got people out here liking same sex. It shouldn't be like that in certain cases. You know what I'm saying? Cause for real, I do think you got people that I'm not even gonna go into that. That's a whole different situation. That's a whole different conversation.
But yeah. I do agree that even like not everything that we like is for our best.
Yeah.
It's in our best interest.
Even though your mind may feel like, hey, this satisfies me, this is what I like, it doesn't always mean that it's good.
Yeah.
It's the right. It doesn't.
And
mean
it may
it's the
not
right
be
thing.
optimal. I mean, everybody like we're just so diverse as a society and what we're doing. So people are gonna do what they're gonna do.
True.
I do think optimally though, it is good when it's like the man can financially support the whole family, and then you can still, as a woman, go out, work. You can be a boss. You can own your own business. You can do whatever you want to do. You just have that freedom without that extra stress.
Yeah.
Okay, and then let's see. So love. Okay, so no, I won't ask that question. We've been on here for an hour and a half now.
What you was about that?
Huh?
What you was about that? It's
love versus respect, but you're good.
I mean,
what?
You want to keep it going? No.
I think that's a good point to kind of wrap it up. But and it's cool to agree to disagree. No, you don't have to agree with what we think. This is just our opinion, what we think is optimal, and just going through life and learning. Because I didn't always think this way either. So I think just kind of going through life, learning, and just kind of understanding more. It just puts a different perspective in your mind.
I'm lying. That has been my idea for the most part.
Yeah, it has. But yeah, so we guys hope you enjoyed this live. We enjoyed it, and we thank you guys so much for being here with us. Please, before you leave, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the page if you haven't, and yeah, until next time.
And make sure you ring the bell too, so y'all know when we live.
Yes, great conversation. Mama and Papa J are out. Good night.
Good night, people.
Great conversation. Love you both. Good night. Love you. I love both of you. Good night.
So love versus respect next time we live.
Okay.
Love versus respect.
Okay. And we may have a snippet of a video to play too, so that we can all discuss it. Yeah. All right. Have a good night, guys.
Good night, people.
Good night, Crystal. Love and miss you. We got to hang out, girl. We need a girls' day. Crystal said, love and miss you guys. Good night, Tanya.
Love and miss you too. And peace out, Tanya. Love you too. See everybody next week.
Yes.